You step on the bathroom scale on a normal Tuesday morning, look down, and freeze. Somewhere in the last few months, you've put on 10, maybe even 20 kilograms. The math doesn't seem to make sense. You haven't started eating more. You follow the exact same routine, eating the exact same meals, living the exact same lifestyle that kept you at a stable weight throughout your entire 30s. But the scale isn't lying. Right around your 40th birthday, your body quietly changed its internal biological rules. The routine that maintained your health a decade ago now produces a surplus of unburned energy. This diagram shows the timeline of what happens if we ignore that sudden physical shift. That extra weight serves as an immediate gateway. Without intervention, the body follows these diverging paths toward type 2 diabetes, spikes in cholesterol, and compounding obesity. This sudden weight gain is often dismissed as a personal failure of willpower. However, when the routine hasn't changed, but the result has, the weight serves as a physical alarm for systemic internal changes. As we age, our cells naturally lose their efficiency. The organs and systems that used to process fuel at high speeds begin to slow down their daily workload. The bright furnace inside this figure represents your basal metabolic rate, or BMR. This is the baseline number of calories your body burns to keep you alive, even while resting or sleeping. Notice what happens after crossing age 40. That passive calorie-burning engine plummets. Because your cells are working slower, the volume of energy your body used to burn on autopilot simply stops flowing. Now watch where that unburned energy goes. If you work a sedentary desk job, your body has no immediate use for those excess calories. They pool and solidify into dense blocks of fat, settling directly around your midsection. You haven't changed your diet, but your internal furnace is now smaller. Putting the same amount of fuel into the shrinking engine results in a consistent calorie surplus that the body must store. That shrinking furnace is only the first problem. Reaching 40 also triggers a steep drop in primary sex hormones, specifically estrogen for women and testosterone for men. This hormonal drop slows the metabolism further. It reduces the body's ability to maintain muscle mass and signals the system to prioritize fat storage instead. This graphic illustrates the relationship between a shrinking metabolism and cortisol, the hormone released in response to daily anxieties. When stress persists, cortisol levels rise, signaling the body to protect its energy reserves by hoarding fat. This imbalance is compounded by a lack of sleep. Failing to get 7 to 8 hours of deep rest prevents the body from clearing these stress hormones, keeping cortisol levels elevated throughout the following day. The combination of a slower metabolism, dropping sex hormones, and chronic stress creates a biological environment where the body hoards fat as a survival mechanism. This internal chaos disrupts ghrelin and leptin, the hormones responsible for signaling hunger and satiety to the brain. When these hormones completely fall out of alignment, you experience the intense physical sensation of feeling empty and unsatisfied, even if you just finished a large meal. Your stomach is full, but your brain receives a chemical alert that it needs more energy. This confusion leads to consistent, daily cravings for quick-burning fuel, specifically sugar. If you find yourself fighting constant cravings, the issue isn't a lack of discipline. It is the result of misfiring chemical signals in the brain caused by this metabolic shift. This biological shift can be actively managed. In traditional Ayurvedic medicine, this midlife slowdown is recognized as an increase in kapha, or the body's tendency toward heaviness and sluggishness, which can be reversed through specific lifestyle changes. Rebuilding your energy requires a shift toward high-protein and high-fiber foods. Boiled chickpeas, green gram, and eggs provide the nutrients necessary to maintain muscle mass without overloading a slower metabolic system with excess sugar. While almonds and dates provide healthy fats and sustained energy, it is important to avoid cashews. Cashews carry a much higher calorie density and fat content that a slowed metabolism struggles to process, leading to immediate storage. To clear out the energy already stored in your midsection, you need consistent movement. 30 to 40 minutes of brisk daily walking, swimming, or cycling forces the body to use its fat reserves for fuel. Performing 12 sets of Surya Namaskar, or sun salutations, provides a unique benefit. The rhythmic sequence of stretching and compression stimulates the thyroid and adrenal glands, helping to regulate the very hormones that slowed down during the metabolic shift. By introducing high-density protein and engaging in movements that stimulate the endocrine system, you force the dormant metabolic engine to restart. To address the cortisol problem, daily pranayama, or controlled breathing, and mindfulness meditation are necessary. These practices calm the nervous system, which improves the quality of deep sleep. This rest triggers the release of happy hormones that naturally lower cortisol, removing the chemical trigger for stress-induced weight gain. Reaching your 40s is a transition into a different biological era. It requires a more deliberate approach to how you fuel and move your body to match its new energy requirements. By adapting your habits to these internal changes, you can reverse the number on the scale, stabilize your blood sugar, and protect your long-term health for the decades ahead.